This one's wife. Harry's kids stay silent. Hello, I'm HG Tudor. As mentioned earlier, it was Father's Day in the United Kingdom and also the United States. In relation to this, William issued a message to his father, and I've analysed the basis of that and compared it with the silence from both Harry and this one's wife towards their respective fathers. But also, Harry is a father. It is said that he has 2 children, Archie and Lilibet. There are those that doubt the existence of the children, and the events of the weekend will cause people to further believe that the children simply do not exist. Why? There is silence from Monty Shitshow on another front in relation to the good wishes that ought to have been provided by the children to Harry. Now you might think, well, wait a moment, HG. They might have said Happy Father's Day to their dad privately. That's true. That could have occurred. It might be the case that Archie made some kind of breakfast. Perhaps he found a spare jar of strawberry jam on which he could smear said jam on a bit of toast and take it in with a cup of orange juice for his pa as he lay in bed. His new little bed made in the chicken coop, and provided him with a handmade card wishing him Happy Father's Day. Lilibet trotting along also to nod her gratitude also. It's conceivable that occurred. However, one would expect that if that was the case, that this one's wife would utilise that for the purposes of telling the world that her wonderful children had appreciated the work of her wonderful husband. After all, like many narcissists in the public eye, she will utilise any event that she can in order to demonstrate certain things to the world. If it's not about her, it's about her idyllic family life. If it's not about the idyllic family life, it's about her wonderful and talented children. If it isn't about the wonderful and talented children, it's about the deserving and supportive husband. And yet, more radio silence. There could have been a private praise of Harry from his children. But it is surprising, to some extent, that this one's wife didn't utilise that in order to manage her own facade, to leak it so that it was reported on as another attempt to overshadow the trooping the colour, and to make it look like she has this idyllic lifestyle. After all, she has talked about how smart Harry is on the Nigerian tour and what a wonderful husband he is, and can you see why I married him, etc. She managed the facade on that occasion, but here there's nothing. A strange silence emanating from Monty Shitshow. Now, there'll be those that think, well, the reason there is the silence, HG, is because the children don't exist. Therefore, they can't wish Harry Happy Father's Day as a consequence of the fact that they simply aren't there. That's why we've not heard anything. Well, that is a distinct possibility, and those individuals may well be correct. But on the basis that the children do exist, why is it that we haven't heard about the Father's Day wishes? And the fact is, Harry remains in the sustained devaluation. That means, as the intimate partner primary source of the narcissist, he experiences devaluing behaviours from her. Silent treatments, insult, circular conversations, triangulation with other people, triangulation with objects, triangulation with events, ridicule, belittlement, invalidation, and many other malign manipulations also. A common way for a narcissist to hurt the victim, thus drawing negative fuel from them and to assert control over them, is to miss occasions or to foul those occasions up. In the golden period, your birthday is a major celebration, and the narcissist pulls out all of the stops in order to make it so. Christmas is a spectacular time. Might it be the case that a golden period has a Father's Day within it or a wedding anniversary, they're similarly wonderful days, as the narcissist, seeing you painted white, does everything they can to make you feel special. However, where once you were placed upon that pedestal as the intimate partner primary source, as night follows day, you will get the sustained devaluation. And one form of manipulation is to then ruin, or in other instances, completely forget about, a special occasion. Thus your birthday isn't acknowledged. The wedding anniversary goes unheralded. And it could well be the case that this one's wife has utilised Father's Day as a means of issuing a devaluation towards Harry. Most young children, of course, are encouraged to celebrate Mother's Day or Father's Day by the other parent. Thus, they help them make them a card, provide a present for them. There are some people who will still do that, even where they're no longer in a relationship with the other parent, because they're doing it for the sake of the children. That it is appropriate that they show their gratitude towards that parent, even though the two parents are no longer together. Thus, Archie might now be of the age where he would understand what was going on, but certainly this one's wife, like many other parents, would ordinarily be encouraging him to show his appreciation to his father, and certainly encouraging Lilibet, who wouldn't necessarily understand what was necessarily going on. However, it is entirely conceivable that this one's wife, as part of her spite and devaluing behaviour towards Harry, would fail to acknowledge the occasion. Thus, the children, potentially being too young to recognise it themselves, do nothing, and Harry finds himself sat in the chicken coop wondering where it all went wrong. Alternatively, this one's wife may well have allowed some kind of minor appreciation to be shown towards Harry, but not with much enthusiasm at all, because in essence, it's not her day, it's not about her, and she doesn't want the children running around after him, because it means then they're not running around after her. He's in sustained devaluation, he's painted black, which means that she isn't going to allow the children to praise him and celebrate him and give him back rubs or go and get him a glass of Pepsi or whatever, because that means the attention isn't on her. And yes, she is that pathetic as the type of narcissist that she is, to want to spoil things because she cannot stand the fact that the day is about somebody else and not her. Thus, there might have been a minor acknowledgement with not much follow-up, and certainly she isn't going to then, because he's painted black, allow the publication of what went on Father's Day to a wider audience, because it's all about Harry and not about her. Thus, Harry's kids stay silent, possibly because they don't exist, or more likely as a consequence of the fact that because Harry is in the sustained devaluation, there is either no celebration of Father's Day or a low-key one, because this one's wife simply cannot stand for it to be about Harry and not about her. That is the behaviour of the narcissist. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.